Right, hi. So I'm gonna just keep this a bit short because first of all, I think it's -5 right now, and I'm actually en route to downtown Toronto. Right now I'm on the Leaside Spur Trail en route to the Don Valley south of Eglinton, and because these GoPro batteries really stink in the cold, they don't last that long. Basically just gonna keep this short for a bit. I'm actually just dropping off a package of brochures a client commissioned. Basically, I'm gonna bike all the way to Toronto Rehab at University Avenue, and the route that I'll take, I'll go up River Street from the Bayview Trails, showing the map. Once I complete this, I'll go through downtown Toronto through Gerrard Street to get to Toronto Rehab Institute, the University Health Network and Hospital Row, drop off there and then come back. This is basically first outdoor ride for 2022, so might as well make the most of it, right? It's good weather and quite decent. So we're now at Lawrence Avenue. We'll just wait for the next green here. The trails here have some snow. It's not bad. I was expecting a bit more accumulation. Yeah, not too bad considering. And I'm using my gravel tires here, regularly inflated, I think around 30 psi, so that I could still roll quite fast on the road. Earlier I took Don Mills all the way from Van Horn to past the 401. I didn't record that because I was just too busy in my own world at the time. But trails are, seems like the trails aren't so bad. I'm just gonna go get a bit cautious around dogs too, because especially when they just go wild when they see a bike, then we're in trouble. But that's why it's important to keep your dog on a leash. Not much slippery sections around here either. We'll see what the conditions are at Betty Sutherland down to the Don Valley. I've been biking for just around I don't know, half hour, so I'll get to downtown Toronto just before 3 p.m. Like, I would have had a choice to take the subway and take the bus, but the weather's not so bad right now. It's, as I mentioned, I think -5 with the wind chill. Yesterday was just bitter cold though. Temperatures reached around -20, and the winds were gusting at around 50 kilometers per hour. Right now we do have some winds, but not so bad, so it's actually manageable, especially for conditions such as these, where there's not much snow, there's not much ice, so you can definitely ride on these trails and do a bit of bike commuting as well, or just do some recreational stuff. It's just nice to be outside too, because as you can see, it's kind of getting tiring a bit just staying inside. Zwifting, and I like Zwifting. I've been getting my base kilometers in my training, but it's nice to just go outside like this and enjoy the ride. During the New Year as well, I found out that my sister had the coronavirus, so that was a bit of a scare. She's okay now. The whole household during the week of Christmas, my brother-in-law, who lives with us in the same household, he was infected with COVID-19 and is recovered, thank God, but we were all in isolation for at least 10 days. We had to isolate basically and all that. So the last time I was out was the 31st of December, New Year's Eve, after the first isolation of 10 days. Good thing I didn't get any symptoms. I had the booster shot 2 days before Christmas. My parents also live in the same household, so it's quite fortunate that they did not get COVID-19. But it was quite mentally challenging to deal with when your sibling and your brother-in-law as well as your nephew, has contracted COVID-19. Omicron is no joke now. Before I would say Om-nom, but it really is no joke. COVID-19 is no joke now. It's very serious. We're just approaching Leslie now. I'm just going to be careful here because I think there's like a lot of traffic coming in and out here. It's going to go down Leslie to Marie. Did I say Marie Sutherland? To Betty Sutherland. We should be half an hour away. Maybe half an hour, 45 minutes away to downtown Toronto. It's a bit windy here. So it's not too bad right now in terms of the weather. Got a bit of snow squalls, got a bit of everything, freezing rain. So if you're gonna bike around -20 weather, I might suggest just either take the subway and contract COVID-19 or well, ride a bike, go with studded tires and layer up. I didn't want to ride the subway today. I think I'm a little bit spooked out because of COVID-19. Trails seem really good, but look at the Don Valley river. Sorry, the Don River there. It's iced up. So yeah, we were 5-day isolation, and I was pretty much Zwifting every day, doing the Tour de Zwift, group rides, not racing or anything, just keep the legs spinning and have a good workout indoors, because COVID isolation can really get into you mentally, and that really stinks. At least now I can go out. I really hope this pandemic subsides. I mean, if it comes to a point where most of us are infected, even asymptomatic, for those who are who pretty much show no symptoms, I believe that I've been asymptomatic the whole time. I got my booster on the 23rd of December. I experienced some like basically just the typical symptoms you get from getting the vaccine, but quite fortunate that even though my brother-in-law and my sister lived in the same house and we were all separated by pretty much drywall, I wasn't getting any symptoms, but I was just worried. Totally worried that I would get I would pretty much get seriously sick from COVID, but fortunately that didn't happen. My brother-in-law had loss of taste and smell, itchy throat, mild fever, but that's it. It was all consistent with pretty much what we've been hearing about and what medical professionals have been saying with Omicron, but it is highly contagious, and I was very afraid that my parents would get it. My sister, on the other hand, she had a bit more, well, she's a new mom, so I was quite scared because basically Her blood pressure was a bit high. She was also having the symptoms of Omicron, but fortunately they've subsided, and they've also gotten boosted. So yeah, no, this is a scary pandemic. They say that because of how it's spreading in the general population, we may as well get some sort of herd immunity in a way that the virus is running out of people to infect. But let's just hope that it doesn't affect my family, it doesn't affect me again, and we're all safe through this winter, because it's been a very mentally challenging winter for everyone, you know, especially the less fortunate, especially those who have lost their jobs and who've really struggled through the pandemic. We all want to think about them and help them whatever we can. All right, we're gonna climb Pottery Road. Had a chat with my associate at UHN / colleague / best friend, and yeah, quite a fun chat, catching up. Gotta meet him on Friday. Pottery Road coming up. It's a short climb, but it can be steep for some people. Almost there. All right. There's a city, and there's Dairy Queen. Maybe you want some ice cream. All right. Just gotta watch out around here. I'm gonna turn here. I like to use a shortcut. Yeah, it's not bad of a climb, but if you're a bit of a newbie, I would try it out, but have the appropriate gears for it. Because yeah, it can be tiring. Gotta catch my breath here. The air is dry, so I want to be careful, especially after riding in long distance. We're almost at 28 kilometers from here so far, and yeah, just gotta be mindful of not getting asthmatic or anything. All right, we're at Bloor Viaduct, Prince Edward Viaduct, crossing the Don Valley. We'll take this all the way to Avenue Road. We should get to Hospital Row in 20 minutes or less. Frig, I see a lot of road debris that can puncture my tires right now. I saw a screw, loose screws, glass, you name it, it's all here, especially during the winter time. My tires are set up tubeless, but really, hopefully I don't get a puncture here or anything. Doo-doo-dee-dee-dee. Doo-doo-dee-dee-dee. I like it here because you get to see how busy Bloor can be. It's glad they finally extended and made these bike lanes permanent. It used to be, before the pandemic, that these bike lanes ended on Sherbourne, at Sherbourne. See the usual car parker there, and we're now at Yonge. Do you know what? Oh, tight. Yonge is a bit tight. This goes through Bay. Do a little sightseeing. Just gotta be careful of the dooring zone. This was my jam. When I used to live downtown, I would race all the way down straight in here to get to the office right ahead of me. Well, not this office, but you know, memories. All right. Wellesley and Bay. I'm going to turn right here at College. Sorry, not this one, next one. Some construction up ahead, and then after this intersection we're going to turn left at University. It's almost rush hour in downtown. Well, it's not even 3 o'clock yet, but it's quite busy for a weekday, which is great. I like to see a bit of busy. Alright, I'm going to dismount here. That's Queen's Park. That's the Ontario Hydro building, and we're going to cross down that side. And because I'm a good Torontonian, I will cross the street while walking with my bike. Because I'm a good Torontonian. I'm gonna go mount here. And get on the bike lane. This all used to be a parking curb, and now it's a protected bike lane. On my left is Toronto General Hospital, one of the most renowned hospitals in North America. On my right is Princess Margaret, one of the most renowned cancer research centers in the world. And then Mount Sinai Hospital. Also on my left there is Sick Kids Hospital. And there's Toronto Rehab, just across from Sick Kids. This is Toronto Rehab. I'll turn right here on Elm. And yeah, there we go. I'm gonna pull my bike inside for now. I'll put my mask on. All right. All right. So I'm gonna leave UHN now, and show you go. I think I'll go through. Maybe I'll go through downtown. I'll go through Adelaide. Let's go explore downtown for a bit. Oh, it's getting a bit cold. I could probably take the train. I don't know. So I could go home using the train, but I have to meet a certain cutoff time, or I could bike all the way back to Scarbs. Totally my call. Dundas. Just gotta warm my. Oh yeah, the 10-15 minutes to. Because there's a certain cutoff time. Basically I can't take this bike to the subway or the GO train from 3:30 p.m. till leave 6:30 or 7 p.m. And my body's quite cold right. Well, not cold, just the sweat from the cold. So it's gonna warm up, go a bit south. Oh, wind's a bit brutal. Which I could have gone through Dundas. It's gonna warm up. Cold, gloomy afternoon rush hour in Toronto. We'll go here. Oh, I'm kind of shivering a bit because my body's a bit cold because of it's a bit sweaty. Well, I was sweating earlier, so when it cools down because of the sweat, my body kind of tries to cool down a bit, and it feels cold because of the sweat kind of icing up a bit. But we're gonna go down Adelaide. Adelaide, I don't know, gosh, I don't even know my routes anymore. I guess I could take Adelaide to. I want to get back on the Don Valley. Typically, this is all busy around this time. Well, it's not even 3:30 yet, so it's not even the end of rush hour. There's a lot of Uber bikers. Keep blood flowing. If I bike all the way back, then I would have probably done 60 kilometers then. Because it takes 30 kilometers from Scarborough to UHN, and then say another 30 kilometers to get back. So be careful around here. I hate Adelaide sometimes. It's just patchy. Bay Adelaide, downtown. Ah, this feels like bike to work again. Not too busy. I think what I'll do is bike at Sherburne and then get to Gerard, and then gosh, I don't remember I gotta get to River Street at least, and then get to the trails from there. Plus I got a bit of tailwind too, so it's easy streaming from there. Alright, I'm gonna turn indirect left turn here. Alright, I'm gonna get to Gerard Street from here, Sherburne. This was the usual bike route that I took to East York when I used to work the Toronto Star. I'll take Sherburne all the way from Waterfront, and then and I'll take Sherburne all the way to Bloor. But today I'm just simply taking Gerard all the way to River, and then get back down to the valley from River. I just want to say Toronto is really looking a lot different than pre-pandemic, that's for sure. But as they say, this is the new normal, so we'll get used to it. All right, so now we're at River Street. Go back down the valley,